Well, I suppose
How do you know?
if the Sharks lose, they probably will be. But if they're not, they're gonna treat Martin nicely. Because if you haven't heard, Martin Bester and I now have the Egg-Secution challenge. Whoever wins, so obviously if the Sharks win, Martin will be strapped into the chair at McCarthy Ford and Mazda Pretoria East next Tuesday.
And he'll get egg on his face.
And then anyone who feels the Shark supporters can come and lob eggs at him. It'll be 1,500 eggs or something.
Shame, Martin.
It says 12 o'clock here at noon, but that's quite interesting because I'll still be on a plane from Durban at that time, so I think it's 1 o'clock. On Tuesday the 28th, this coming Tuesday. And, it's whoever loses.
Yeah, but it'll probably be you in the
Gets
chair.
egged. McCarthy Ford Mazda Pretoria's Hunt Stratum, just off Linwood Road. It'll happen on Tuesday. There's no excuse to miss it.
Apparently the Bulls are looking at getting some of the Sharks players over there as well.
What?
Yeah, I heard.
Really?
They're going to try and poach them.
Oh, John. Do we have to hear egg puns the whole day and whole week now?
16,192 stemme vir die Vodacom Bloubulle.
Ja.
12,662 vir die Sharks.
Okay. Dis daai laaste Victor Matfield try wat vir ons vandag het.
Ja.
34155 is die SMS nommer. Vodacom Blue Bull is wat jy moet daarin sit in jou SMS. En jy kan daai laaste try wen ook daai reis na Durban vir die naweek vir die game met die kaartjies en die vlugte en ook motorhuur. Dis alles daar. Sal besonderhede binnekort vir jou gee.
Being a vehicle dealer, a motor car dealer, we are subjected to the rules and regulations of the manufacturer when it comes to print advertising. And there are very, very, very strict rules to the extent that when you enter into print, into the newspapers with the manufacturer and the brands, it becomes extremely bland. They all look the same. And the names and the telephone numbers, they differ. Obviously, they differ. But you are not free to use copy as you would like to wish to use the copy. And I sometimes get the impression that print ads are written and designed to win Lurie Awards instead of selling more vehicles in our case. Radio is different. Radio is live. It's now, it's immediate. And I don't have to follow any rules from any manufacturer because there are no rules. As you know, Darren challenged Martin, and Martin, the sport that is, readily accepted. Darren, being the Shark supporter, and Martin, the huge Bull supporter, Darren challenged Martin that should the Sharks lose, Martin can throw him with eggs. And the vice versa was also true. Should the Bulls lose, Darren was going to throw Martin with eggs. And unfortunately for Martin, plus whole of Pretoria and half of South Africa, the Bulls lost. And Martin had to take the brunt of the eggs. Whether you switched on at 5 o'clock when Francois was on, or you listened between 4 and 7 when Martin and Rio was on, that's all they spoke about. Yeah. Every sports bulletin, Trevor Cromer would come up and talk about the execution. And I believe during that duration, which was about the build-up plus the 2 days after the final, must have been about 3 weeks, I think every single person couldn't wait to hear either early in the morning Francois or Darren or Riva or Tovi or Trevor Kramer or Martin talk about this execution that's going to take place. The airtime we received must have been 15, 20 times what we originally planned and paid for. Thank you for that, Jacaranda. You gave us 10 times more airtime than we paid for. And I reckon we must have had about 800 people, 900 people in the front of our used car department. Martin was a bit late. He blamed the traffic, of course, because did you blame him? Could you blame him? So he blamed the traffic, and when he rocked up, they were looking for other people with Martin to face the eggs. Fortunately, Riva brought him a crash helmet, his son's crash helmet, to protect his head. And out of the blue, 3 big Bull supporters pitched up here with the jersey, the Wirrings, the whole tutti, and they stood with Martin. So the 4 of them faced 1,500 eggs. In its simplicity, we found the value in the simplicity. That was the value we found in the success of it. It was simple. If the Sharks lose, Darren will get pelted, and vice versa. The Sharks won, Martin had to take the brunt. And the hype through rugby, with rugby, the brand rugby now, and the Bulls, within a rugby-mad society, You just cashed in.